All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are here. The only game going on today. It is still pouring down outside. So, only game that we got today, ladies and gentlemen. So, I hope you're here to enjoy it. All right, as SSG digs in Pak Song Han, and we are underway with a ball one. Here we go, the 1-0 pitch to Pak Song Han, and that's in there for a strike, 1-1. What's up, Mary Kate? I would take any of the teams not playing in this game. That would be my pick. I really, really do not like SSG's starter Veneziano ERA of almost 650. But Kia or the bullpen being able to hold off for 2 straight games, that is another absolute question mark. Oh, I wouldn't touch this game. There we go. Ground ball, and that is one away. I was resetting the old microphone. That's a one away on the 5-3 ground outs. Stepping up. Mary Kate, good luck. Good luck, good luck, good luck. This is the only game, Tink. All the other games
Thank
have been
you for the
rained out.
recommendation, Donoff 2000.
Thank you, Donna. As Jung-Jun Jae steps in. That is lifted up. Right fielder makes about 4, 5, 6, 7 steps in. And that will be 2 away. Yeah, SSG is heavily favored, but I don't see it. I don't see it. If Kia's getting more than I say 2 runs, then man, I would have to take Kia. Kiwoom. 2 away now. I like Carl Young Min over Veneziano. Plus, SSG does not have their they do not have Che Jung in the lineup today. The 0-1 misses low. 1-1. Yeah, I would definitely think there's going to be quite a few runs, despite the fact that both of these offenses are kind of iffy. Rick Fitty with the itty. Yeah, no, the 1-1 pitch. That one is lifted up. Bat flip. It's going to go, but at the wall and makes the catch. Excellent bat flip. Forgot to hit the home run to go with it, though, as we will go to the bottom of the first. 1, 2, 3, go the SSG Landers. Big old bat flip. That was a monster bat flip. All for warning track power, ladies and gentlemen. That probably was a home run in SSG Stadium, which is one of the smallest stadiums in the world, possibly in the world, but one of the smallest stadiums in the league without a doubt. Probably thinking he was hitting home since he's just up the road. Yeah. It really is, Sean. I just don't I don't get how people do it. Yeah, the bat flip was not even close. Like it was a step or 2 in front of the warning or in front of the wall. So we go to the bottom of thy first. So Kiwoom Bean had the walk off last night. He is gonna be sitting in the 6th spot, the number 3 spot in the lineup. I still don't understand these rankings. Except the day you make that bet, Rick. That's the day they have a lockdown offense or lockdown defense. All right, Veneziano out there again. I imagine he is making his last start. If he doesn't go 6 innings, if he doesn't get a quality start, I have to imagine that that is his last start of his KBO career. 6.44 ERA on the season, 8 games, only 36 innings. So, I mean, he's not even averaging 5 innings per outing. That is in there for a strike, and it's 0-1. Sogon Chan will lead things off. All right, the 1-1 pitch. That's going to be rolled over, and that's going to be an error on the first baseman. Defense. Defense. Oops, wrong one. Of course it's an error. What else would it be? All right. Well, you've got your first base runner, ladies and gentlemen, on a ground ball to the first baseman who forgot to field it. And that's rings up on Chi Hong, our spectacled friend, as that is in there for a strike. .285 with 4 home runs. Already has more hits this year than he had all of last season when he was with Hanwha. The 0-1, a swing and a miss, and it's 0-2. DH in today. 3, just killing lefties. I'd say 1 per team, as the 0-2 way up and out. If we're talking total, if we're talking league total, I'd say 1 per game, or per game per person, or per team. All right, the 1-2 pitch, and Chi Hong. That is a fouled away on a pitch up at his eyes. It stays 1-2. Veneziano struggles with, we'll just say everything. Again, 36 innings and 8 starts. Does have 29 strikeouts, but he's got 19 walks. So basically, 1 walk every 2 innings is that's going to be lifted as center fielder going back and makes the catch at the warning track. And that will be 1 away. Da, 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 da. Jeju Ananta. Here we go inside the dome at night. So got the sunglasses on. Even the interpreters got the sunglasses on. As Im Byung-wook. Man, where's Kiwi? He's missing all the bangers. Young. Checks the wing there and moves it to 0-2. Dean's is the only good song? No. Kiwoom has the best catcher song. I think maybe the best song in the entire league. That's the number 8 hitter today for SSG. As that is outside ball 1. 1-2. Sogon Chang's song is pretty good. Im Byung-wook's song is pretty good. Yeah, there's a lot of good songs. And 1-2, swing and a miss. First strikeout of the day for outs number 2, and brings up the number 4 hitter, Mr. Cheju-an. Cheju-an has always had good songs. His song at Doosan was awesome. His song when he played for SK was awesome. His song with Kiwoom is awesome. All right, here it goes. Listen, listen here. What's up, Crash Out? Misses low, 1-0. Now the 1-0 pitch. And it's right down the middle, 1-1. How does it go, Crash Outs? How does it go? Double check that this chat works. It does. It's another striker down the middle, and it's 1-2. 15 pitches now for Veneziano. I think the cheer teams. So the cheer squads are hired by the teams, as that misses outside. And then so they make the song and all of that stuff. Because I remember, I want to say a couple years ago, the NC Dinos cheers kept, I think it was the NC Dinos, maybe it was the Kiwoom Heroes. One of them got fired because he was using copyrighted music. Yeah, the 2-2 pitch misses outside or runs the count full. Our first full count, ladies and gentlemen. Our first full count of the day. Both of these pitchers tend to give up some home runs. Veneziano's given up 5. Ha Young-min has given up 6. And another 3-2 rolled over, but we'll stay 3-2. All of the songs pretty much say the same thing. Their name, their team, hit, let it fly, home run. And for 3-2, misses low when he walks him. I don't really got anybody in this game. This is honestly a game of teams that no one should be putting money on. All right, so stepping in now, Lee Hyung-jung. 156 on the season. Big swing and a miss there. Look like he's trying to hit a grand slam with only 2 runners on. 2 home runs and when he's hitting 156. That's a strike at the bottom of the zone. He just doesn't look. He looks like his. He looks like the coach's kid. Yeah. Let me bring it up. That is going to be a little drop into his center field, and Sogyeon Chan is going to come on in and score, and just like that, it's a 1-0 on the RBI single. Mary Kate, I tried to warn you. I tried to warn you, Mary Kate. All right, right, it should be runners on first and second, as that misses up high. That misses up high at 2-0. All right, Rick Fitty is Rick Fitty, his song is pretty in depth. I mean, it has a lot to translate. It's basically translates to, there's a swing and a miss there. It translates to Invincible LG's Austin Dean, Let It Fly Austin Dean, Invincible LG Austin Dean, Let It Fly Austin Dean, Invincible LG's Austin Dean, as that's going to be a swing and a miss on the pitch way off the plates. But they get a hit, they get a walk, they get a run. We'll go to the second inning. It's a 1-0 Kiwoom. Yeah, it's not much of a song. Yeah, almost every single one of LG's song, because the LG's like team slogan is Mujuk LG, which is Invincible LG. So they put that in every one of them. Well, yeah, she knows that, or he knows that, whichever one it is. But Mary Kate unwisely took Hanwha last night, and then Hanwha ended up coughing up the lead. Oh, what a great commercial. Who's eating the checks, even though the bag hasn't even been opened yet? All right, so we should be back at top of the second inning. That's your fault, Mary Kate. You went to bed. A real fan wouldn't have gone to bed. All right, the number 4 hitter coming up, Mr. Heredia, strutting to the plates. 280 on the season. It was 7 long shots. That misses inside. 1-0. He would definitely let Ashley gamble, though. Last 6 games, 417 with 2 homers and 10 hits. Yeah, that misses outside at 2-0. Oops, wrong side. Heredia. 240 batting average again, says that is going to be lifted. That is going to be trouble, and it's going to 1-2 hop into the wall, and Heredia is going to be on base with a leadoff double. Old Kimmy Gibbler. What was the show called? Good Morning San Francisco. What was the TV show? Not Full House. The TV show on the TV show. All right, so Kim Jae-won steps in. That is in there for a strike. Yeah, it's Good Morning San Francisco, I think, right? Go one into the dirts. 1-1. Yeah, old Danny. A bunt for, I mean, they might as well. This guy's hitting 171. Pitch, that is a 2-1. All right, it's a 2-1 pitch. It sets up on the outside and a swing and a miss. 2-2. Rolls that as the girl behind home plate just saw her life flash before her eyes on a ball that didn't even make it over the padding. Stays 2-2. Yeah, a 2-2, a swing and a miss. Like I said, it's probably a good idea to bunt with him, because he ain't getting any hits. That brings up the next hitter. The number 6 hitter, An Sang Hyun. I think that name is wrong. I think it's An Sang Hyun. It is. And he lays off of it, but it's right down the middle, and it's 0-1. Because he's a legend. He's a home run guy. He's got 5 home runs, I think, as that misses up high. They just signed him in the off season. They basically are just waiting for him to hit home runs. Better spot in the lineup would be third. That's a spot that often comes up with nobody on, and a solo shot is fantastic. That is going to be lifted, and that is going to drop down. Already is going to round third. And just like that, so Mary Kate once again has some life on the RBI single.
Thank you for the recommendation, Armand _.
Thank you, Armand, and welcome. Steps in now, Lee Bom. I think they have to carry him in order for him to be able to coach. Thank you, Rick Vitti. Oh, yeah, well, there's no question about that one, Sean. Lee Bom, he had the air over at first, and right there, he looks at the ball right down to the bottom, and it's now 1-1. Yeah, I expect 11, 12 runs easily in this game. Kiwi, you missed your boy's song. Pops that one up. Second baseman in on the turf, back onto the dirts, and that will be 2 away. 8.5. That was awful. He's gonna come out, he's gonna pitch, and then he's gonna hit the walk-off home run. All right, here's my favorite, probably one of my top favorite songs in the league right here. Yeah, and a stolen base. So wow, we're singing that absolute banger. Stolen base from Han Sang-hyun. Yeah, so I believe we've got an 0-2 count now, though. He's had that same goatee for his entire time he's been in the league. As what's this camera angle? Why are we watching uh, from the top of the dome? All right, E. Gene Young, we're hitting the music again because it's a banger. As the 1-2 misses up high at 2-2. Yeah, it does not look anything different at all. And he's not the breadwinner in the family either. His wife was, I believe, an actor. Actress. Yes, the 2-2 pitch, a swing and a miss. And that will be out number 3. But we got to hear his music twice as SSG adds 1. And now we've got ourselves a tie game going to the bottom of the second. SSG. Da, 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 da. Da, na, 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 na. Absolutely beautiful swing. Let's check the other scores around the league. Oh, wait, nobody's playing because it's a absolute non-stop with the rain today. Still raining outside. Hopefully I don't lose any internets. Shouldn't really matter. Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da. Coming up is going to be 7, 8, 9 hitters. All right. Veneziano out on the mound. 27 pitches in that first inning. As Kim Gun-hee steps in. 224 on the season. His first pitch is ripped right back. It's 0-1. They are not waiting. First 10 games, over 29, and the last 2 games, 4 for 7. 0-1, a swing and a miss at a pitch way inside, and it's 0-2. And the 0-2 is a foul straight back. Girls behind a home plate must not usually sit back there as they continue to jump with anything that is hit backwards. Da, da, da. No, no, no. And the 0-2 misses outside, 1-2. And Veneziano, unearned run in the first inning, 27 pitches, just averaging over 4, as that's going to be a ground ball and makes the jump, throws way off balance for some reason. And that will be a 1-3. I mean, right there, he had all the time in the world to throw, but he threw it falling backwards. Like, why not reset your feet? Trying to do a turnaround jump shot throw over to first base. That brings up Guan Hyuk Bin hitting a robust 129 on the season, ladies and gentlemen. And he's already behind 0-1. And that catches the bottom of the zone, 0-2. Da, 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 da. No, no, no. He doesn't have music. The only person in the entire Kiwoom roster that doesn't have any music is that's going to be a ground ball. Shortstop picks it up, throws, and 6-3 putouts, 2 away. Yeah. I mean, he is obviously his idea was, oh, if I can get it, that's fantastic. Steps in is Park Ju Hong. I believe this is who is dating Mary Kate's favorite cheerleader. I believe this is him. That is in there for a strike, 1-1. 1-1. That's going to be a little slap into left field, and he will be on base with a 2-out single. Flips the lineup back over. Thought he was going to get a 1-2-3 inning, and then he was sadly mistaken. Checks over on the runner. All right, so Sogon Chan will step in. He is 0 for 0 on, or 0 for 1 on the day. Reached on an air and then came around to score. He drops down a bunch. The pitcher will get it and he throws it into the dirt. Tried that jump throw again, but made it about halfway to first. Runners now on first and seconds. It brings up the number 2 hitter, An Chi Hong. Late drop down of the bunt. He jumps again, trying to do so much because he knows that this is probably his last game. All right, An Chi Hong steps in now. Runners on the first and the second base. 2 outs, bottom of the second, number 2 hitter up. That's in the middle, and it's 0-1. 40 pitches now for Veneziano, 27 in the first inning, only 13 here. Yeah. There's no reason for it at all. Pitch off the handle, and it's 0-2. An Chi Hong 0 for 1, flew out to center field in his first at-bats. 0-2 misses way inside. 1-2. 152 on the gun there. Oh, yeah, without a doubt, Tink. Yeah, and that is into the dirts. 0-2 to 2-2. It looks like he's wearing the biggest glove he could have possibly found. Looks like he's wearing an outfielder's glove. I always thought pitchers had much smaller gloves. I thought they had like 13-inch gloves. It looks like he's got a 15-inch glove on, a 16-inch glove. That's going to be a ground ball up the middle. The shortstop underhand toss to the second baseman, steps on the bag, and that will be 3 away. They get a couple 2-out singles, but not able to bring them home, and we'll go to the third inning. 1-1. They've left 4 runners on already today, ladies and gentlemen. Already left 4 on through 2 innings. Just for that reason. I mean, if you're, I don't know if you're watching or not, but man, that glove is massive. All right, SSG will have their 9-1-2 hitters coming up. As this game is moving along, we'll take it. 40 minutes for 2 innings. We are praying for a close game without extra innings for my my sleep patterns, for my sleep schedule. Shea Hyunu leads things off, getting his first at bats, maybe. Yeah, I don't know. Sometimes the chat on Soup is way busier. Sometimes the chat in YouTube is way busier. It's always a kind of just dependent on the day, I guess. All right, so 29 pitches for Ha Young Min. Pitch number 30 is up high, and that's a ball. I think a lot of people on Soup also don't have accounts, as the 1-0 is fouled away. 1-1. So I think a lot of people on Soup don't have accounts, so they can't chat. They have to sign up and make an account if they want to chat. There we go, the 1-1 pitch. Swing.
Thank you for the recommendation, Sean 912.
Oh, there you are. Yeah, I want to make the chat. I would like to make it on Soup, how on YouTube you have to subscribe to be able to chat. I would like to make it like that on YouTube or on Soup, but it won't let me. As the 1-2 pitch is going to be rolled over, but it's foul. Stays 1-2. He does not have music, guys. That's why you don't get any music from him. All right, here we go. Swing and a miss at a pitch way off the plates, and that will be strikeout number 3 for I own me. Flips the lineup back up to the top, and we get back into the music, ladies and gentlemen. Mary Kate. All right, Pak Sung Han. Yeah, I don't like, honestly, I make like for SOOP, I don't know really what they calculate. I really don't. Like I've been in like the top 90 for sports streamers, and then the
Thank you for the
following week.
recommendation, Luke JP.
Thank you, Luke. Welcome, welcome. And then like the next week, I'm down into the 140s, as that's going to be a ground ball, and that will be a 2 away on the 4-3 ground outs. It's really, I have no idea what metric they use. I don't know if it's a total amount of views, but there's nothing that tells me. There's something that tells me how many views, but there's nothing that tells me how long they viewed. Like on YouTube, I can see how many views, I can see the average view, I can see the total amounts, I can see all of that as Jun Jun Jae looks at a striker right down the middle. But I can't see any of that on SOOP, and on SOOP does not pay well at all. They have a higher percentage, but they just don't. They don't have enough. As the 0-1 misses way low. 1-1. Misses low. Yeah, another 2-1 pitch just catches the inside at 2-2. And the 2-2 is ripped, but it's a foul. Almost takes off his first base coach's head. First base coach had to dive down to miss that. Here, let me help you out. That is going to be a little liner, but right at the center fielder. And that's will be outs number 3. 1, 2, 3. Go the SSG Landers. So we will go to the bottom of thy third. One's here, one's there. The only one it is being played today. Very or if you're using an English keyboard that has a Korean on it, it would be E M R P W M. That's what it would be, like a English keyboard. So like I'll show you my keyboard. I don't know if you can see it or not. So you can see like here's the O, but here's the that letter. Here's the S, but here's the Nien sign, and like the E, that's the Diet. Oh, that's good. How long did you practice? Get ready, Kiwi. Here comes your song. Yeah, when I played here in Korea, so our manager actually used to work for Hanwha, and our coach was actually a coach for Hanwha's second league and a scout. And I think he's a high school coach now. All right, so we're back, bottom of the third inning. Kim Byung-uk leading things off. That is first pitch is fouled away. Love giving out the kisses. Honestly, Miguel, I wouldn't touch this game. I'm not a big fan of SSG starter. I think Kiwoom starter is better than SSG starter, but Kiwoom's bullpen is really not very good, and SSG bullpen is much better than Kiwoom's. 2 hours ain't bad. Steps off. Do this again. And that is lifted up. Right fielder makes a couple steps. Doing a little do-si-do out there in rights, and that will be one away. Yeah, when I was doing, I teach us, I run a sports club at my school, and we were playing baseball, or I was throwing the baseball with them, and they were trying to learn how to throw all these different pitches, and they're like, why does your forkball drop
Thank
down?
you for the recommendation, Mary Kate.
Thank you, Mary Kate. Mary Kate, you're missing all the cheerleaders. They're like, they kept asking me why your forkball, whenever I throw a forkball, why it drops down so much at the end. And I was like, well, it's because I snapped my wrist a little bit. Why don't KBO pitchers do that? I was like, well, because I don't know. I mean, I would look $100 range. There's no reason to, if you're playing playing with the boys, if you're just playing in a rec league, there's no reason why $100 that you should spend over $100. All right, the 2-2 pitch, and foul away. It stays at 2-2. Yeah, $100 sounds like a pretty good spot. Why are they showing all these random people? Oh, they're talking about all the helmets. The Batgirl has always worn a helmet. Yeah, I mean, you could find a lot of places. I don't know about you, but I know there's a bunch of places, like there's a kind of like a meetup app. That's Mrs. Outside, runs the count full, second full count of the day, the second full count for Cheju-Wan. And it has people like wanting to meet up for just to play catch. I don't know if there's anything like that, as the 3-2 is fouled away again. He just cannot get to Cheju-Wan out. I don't eat ramen. No, I think I spent like $70, $60-$70 on my the one I use. Is that a swing and a miss at a pitch up at his eyes, and another strikeout, third strikeout of the day for Veneziano, and bringing up the number 5 hitter Lee Hyung-jun, who had the RBI single. Lee Hyung-jung, sorry. Yeah, I mean, as long as you're gonna get something from Rawlings or Mizuno or Zetz or Wilson, and you'll be fine. I wouldn't get anything from like a random no brand. Yeah, love. I really don't eat a whole lot of ramen or noodles. That is the foul away. If my school is making it, sometimes I'll eat it, but for the most parts, I don't have anything wrong with Spam. I don't have anything against Spam. They often give it as gifts during Chuseok and Solal. Yeah, the 0-1 is turned on, and that one is crushed. Goodbye, baseball. That was absolutely crushed. It's time for a pack of HBO KBO cards, ladies and gentlemen, as Kiwoom takes the lead back. I said it earlier that these two guys give up a lot of home runs, and I expected the same today. All right. Yeah, I've never had it. I like spicy food. I eat spicy food all the time. My Korean friends say I'm more Korean than they are. The Kim and Bean steps in. Yeah, just crushed. I can't even get this pack open. Gotta get out the scissors to get this pack open. All right, that is the end of the dirt. So 1-1. We were close, ladies and gentlemen. No, we were close, as that's in there for strike 1 and 2. All right, so we got SSG Landers, Irohun. I actually had a really good season last year, having a good season again this year. Sam Sung, a reliever, Iho Sung. Yeah, that is a strike right down the middle. And all-star for Kiwoom, Iju Hyung, but he is not playing. He has been injured for a while this season. That will be it for this inning. That'll be it for that pack of cards. We will go to the 4th inning. 2-1 Kiwoom. Yeah, that's what I would go with, Luke. Nothing too expensive. There's no point in it. That's even better.
Thank you for the recommendation, The Jungle.
Thank you, Jungle. Welcome, welcome. How is life, Jungle? How is life? While you guys are hanging out, Jungle right there, hit the little thumbs up. That is very important over on Soup. It's called a up or a recommendation. It helps put the stream out onto the main page. So if you're hanging out in Soup, please hit the thumbs up. If you're on YouTube, you can always like the stream. I don't actually see anything until I finish, and it uploads everything, and then I'm finally like, oh wow, 10 people like this. Yeah, definitely. I mean, I would say no question about that. Uh, I remember talking to a former Hanwha pitcher, and he also spent time in Japan, and he said the Japanese they don't say they play basketball, they or play baseball. They say they work baseball. All right, the top of the 4th inning here. Che Ji-hoon will lead things off. The 0-1 or a swing and a miss there. Now it's 0-2. Che Ji-hoon. Sets up way outside, throws it way outside. He tried to frame it, but again, it's ABS system. I just don't get it. Yeah, Japanese also develop their players much better than Korea. Yeah, that is outside a 2-2 again. 0-2 count. Now he's 2-2 counts. Jungle. I think there's supposed to be some more rain this weekend, though. I don't know what days is the 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Another strikeout for Ha Young-min, and 1 away on his 4th K. Brings up the number 4 hitter, Heredia. Yeah, a double and a Wait, don't those girls have Ha Young Min uniforms too? Are those the same girls? I swear those are the same girls. Oh, maybe they're next to him. All right, Heredia steps in. Oh, 1-for-1 on the day. Again, a double and a score to run back into the second. Yeah, they're very, very serious about it. As that misses way up here. I do remember, so Hanwha had a Japanese cheerleader last year, and she started playing in this, like she was throughout the first pitch, and like she was like really, really good. Swing and a miss there, up high over his head, and a 1-2. And then they actually started a women's YouTube baseball team, and with a bunch of celebrities and athletes and stuff. And she's part of that, and she's without a doubt the best one on that team. All right, here we go. The 1-2 pitch to Heredia sets up on the outside into the dirt to 2-2. Heredia. 2-2 is rolled over. That's going to be trouble. He's going to have to barehand it. Doesn't barehand it, and he throws it way up. And field single. Didn't barehand it. I said he had to barehand it. He didn't. Heredia gets the infield single. Gotta barehand that. You cannot go to the glove on something that slow. Very bad. Just situational awareness right there. Gotta go bare hand. You got zero chance of going glove to hand. "53 pitches now for Ha Young Min. I don't know what they're talking about there. All right, to Kim Jae-won steps in now, struck out in his first at-bats. Average down to 170 probably. That is a swing and a miss at a pitch that bounced 2 feet in front of the plates. Oh, sorry, 169. I was giving him too much credit with a 170 batting average. One pitch. This is outside. How many home runs does he have on the season? I hate how this, again, I absolutely hate this new app. 5 homers on the season. I think so too. But the issue is the whole posting system. All right, the 2-1 pitch to Kim Jae-won sets up right down the middle. And fouls it off with 2-2. That is struck out looking. Second strikeout of the day for Kim Jae-won. Both of them with Heredia out on the plates or out on the base paths. 2 outs now. Strikeout number 5. They had to put the water bottle down. Interesting. And they are high on mean fans too. A swing and a miss there. An Sang-hyun and An Sang-hyun. An Sang-hyun, the RBI single and a stolen base in his first at bats. 1 for 1 on the day. That is into the dirts. Their phones are blowing up now, ladies and gentlemen. Their phones are blowing up. Here we go, the 1-1 pitch, the 61st pitch of the day for Ha Young-min. And that is a fouled away. He knew he missed that one. 1-2 for the third baseman. Today's third baseman. He can play first to second to third, shorts. 1-2 lays off of it. I don't think he went around. 2-2. Here we go. 2-2 pitch. Shaking the old elbow. That is going to be stroked into left field, and that's going to be another hit for him. Second hit of the day for him. Runners on first and seconds. Brings up the number 6 hitter. Sorry, the number 7 hitter. Jung Baum steps in. He popped up to the second baseman. Ha Young-min, 63 pitches. All right, already over on a second. An Sang-hyun over at first. Yi Jung Baum steps in. 0 for 1 on the day. Popped up to the second baseman. Looks to just strike one or right down the middle. 0-1. 333 on the season. Swing and a miss, and they're going to throw back. And it hits Heredia on the throw, and Heredia is going to head on over to... Nope, second. They tried to back pick him, and then they ended up hitting him on the back pick. Again, love to see the actual players enjoying themselves. All right, so 0-2, swing and a miss, and another strikeout for Ha Young-min. That is the strikeout number 6. We'll go to the bottom of the 4th. It's 2-1 Kiwoom. leaving more runners on. They've left 3 on so far. 3 strikeouts in that inning. And you were asking earlier about the 171 batter. You've got to just be like, okay, you got to go down to the second league until you can start hitting. Can't be taking up a roster spots with a 170 average, 167 average now. All right, let's see who the 7, 8, 9 hitters coming up in the bottom of the 4th inning for Kiwoom. Dun, 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 dun. Have to really worry about pitch count too. As Veneziano is again, he's only averaging about 4.1 innings per outing, and so far today he is running into some pitch count issues. Already at just 62 pitches here. 27 in the first inning, 17 in the second, 18 in the third inning. They have just not, he's not had a 1, 2, 3 inning yet. What is it long? Why is it so long? Why is this? Oh, that's why Kim Gun-hee is coming up. The catcher's coming up, so there's extra time while he comes up. Kim Gun-hee bounced out to the first base or the pitcher. That was the jump throw that was absolutely not needed. As the first pitch is fouled away. 0-1. Da, da, da. That's a strike on the top of the zone, 0-2. Oh, 2 way outside. A 1-2 swing and a miss at a high fastball once again, and Korean players not able to hit that high fastball, and another strikeout on it. Brings up the number 7 hitter, Guan Hyuk Bin. He has 6-3 ground out in his first at bats. That is a fouled away. Nope. Maybe. Just out of the reach of the second baseman. 0-1. The 0-1 is lifted up. Right fielder makes a couple steps in. More steps in, and that's going to be 2 away. 2 quick outs here. That's exactly what he needed. It brings up the number 9 hitter. This is where he ran into problems in the second inning. It started with the 1-3 ground out and then a 6-3 ground outs, but then a back-to-back singles. Park Ju-hong will step in now, trying to get his first 1, 2, 3 inning of the day. That's a strike right down the middle. I mean, you cannot get more middle than that. He has 0 problems with throwing a first pitch fastball right down the middle. So the 0-1, and that's a swing and a miss. Throws the first pitch right down the middle, doesn't swing. Throws the second pitch way off the plate, and he swings and pirouettes. You gotta love KBO hitting, ladies and gentlemen. All right, it's 0-2 pitch now. That is a fouled away. Stays 0-2. 71 pitches for Veneziano. Again, he would love to have himself a 1-2-3 inning here so he can actually get through the 5th inning. 0-2 is going to be a ground ball. That might be trouble. He's going to grab it. A backhand throw, and he got him. Backhand throw from Veneziano. And they just got him. Are they going to video replay this? They are not. I want a video replay. Can we get a video replay? All right, here we go. No, not a backhand. A underhand from the. Oh man, was he safe? I want to see. Is he safe? Yes, not. All right, so we'll go to the top of the 5th inning, 2-1, as Veneziano finally gets himself a 1-2-3 inning and manages to save his pitch count a little bit. Probably still only going to be able to go 5 innings total, but if he can finally get through. Coming up is going to be the 8-9-1 hitters for SSG. 8-9-1 coming up. I keep wanting to check scores from around the league, but there is absolutely nothing anywhere. Still want to know when the KBO cards are going to come out. As we come back, 8-9-1 hitters coming out. Ha Young Min doing well so far. E.G. Young looks at the ball one into the dirt, and it's 1-0. SSG. And the 1-0 is going to be fouled away. 1-1. E.G. Young and 10. E.G. Young and 10. Here we go. That sets up on the outside just above the knees, and that is going to be a little liner into center field, and that's 1 away. Brings up a Che Hyunu, right fielder. Ah Young Min. Nine pitches in the first, 20 in the second when he gave up that 1 run. 14 and then 23. And that is a fouled away. 1-1. 1-2-3 in the first, 1-2-3 in the third. Can he go 1-2-3 here in the 5th? 346 on the season, 0 for 1 today with a strikeout. And here we go, the 0-1 pitch. just misses at the bottom of the zone. And 1-1. That's a beautiful looking pitch there. In there for a strike. 1-2. Hopefully they get a Che Hanu a song by the next time I have to stream. A 1-2 pitch. That's going to be a ground ball up the middle. The shortstop picks it up, throws across. 2 away. Once again, the top of the lineup coming up. Both of these teams look flat. They both look extremely flat. All right, Pak Song Han. 0 for 2 on the day. 5-3 ground out, a 4-3 ground out. And that is into the dirts. 1-0. .374 now on the season as that average just keeps dropping and dropping. 1-0 pitch. Up and out of the zone, a 2-0. Old Max Bats. All right, it's a 2-0 pitch coming up, and that is in there for a strike. A 2-1 at the bottom of the zone. Never seen so many Kiwoom fans, honestly. Two, 1, and that is going to be stroked into the gap and is going to roll. He slides to cut it off, and he is going to be on base with a 2-out double. Just gets on base, ladies and gentlemen. He is having the best year of his career. All right, Jungjun Jay steps in now. 0 for 2 on the day. Flew out to right. It flew out to center. That is the first pitch. That is going to be into the gap, and that is going to just pass the diving center fielder. And that is easily going to score 1, and Jungjun Jay should be over on third base. And that will be a tie game, ladies and gentlemen, on another extra base hit. He almost came home after the center fielder dove for it, missed the dive. It has already passed him. He gets back up. I mean, it was past him when he dove. Pak Chu Hong is not a center fielder, just so everybody knows that. He is the center fielder, but he is not a center fielder. If they would have bobbled the ball at all, he would have had an inside the Parker. Right, the 2-2 count now. Why is Jungjun Jay in the dugout? Oh, there he goes. Must have went to go get a little drinky drink. All right, so you got to worry now about dropping down the old suicide squeeze. It's in there for a strike on the outside. Mary Kate's back up and alive. Sure. Hitting a .417 in his career against Ha Young Min, but he's 0 for 2 today. That's in there for a strike, and it's 0-2. I am kind of excited. Hopefully, they have some new cards come out. I have to set an alarm. I always have to set an alarm for when to buy them. And the 0-2 is into the dirt, so 1-2. Che Ji-hoon flew out to right in his first at bat to struck. Yeah, so it is the same girls. The same girls that hold up the Ha Young Min uniforms also hold up the Che Ji-hoon uniforms. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. And that misses outside. What is this announcer yelling about? That's an issue right there. These announcers yell and scream about everything. That just shows you how bad how bad the umpires in the KBO used to be. All right, so the 2-2 count, 2 outs, a 2-2 game. Rolls that over to the first baseman. He will get him. And the first base umpire is saying, replay that. The pitcher not quick off. The pitcher not quick off of the mound. Che Ju-on had to take it himself. He probably should have dove at the bag. Out. Great call by the first base umpire. All right, we'll wait for the call, but here you go, Kiwi. Pando Koka, out입니다. All right, so we'll go to the bottom of the fifth. We've got ourselves another tie game. Another tie game. Well, at least the game is a good one, ladies and gentlemen. That's what I asked for, right? That is what I asked for. We'll have the top of the lineup coming up for Kiwoom. And Kiwi's going to get to hear his favorite Kiwoom song. Might be getting into the bullpens in the next inning, in the sixth inning. I think both teams are going to be into the bullpens. Ha Young Min, 83 pitches through 5 innings. Veneziano is sitting at 72. 72 pitches through 4 innings. All right, here we go. First pitch to Soggon Chang is in there for a strike, and it's on 1. That misses up. 1-1. Yeah, I thought that game was going to be a pretty good game. I thought tonight was going to be a very good game. I thought it'd be way more scoring than it is so far, as that misses up high at 2-1. I think a close game definitely benefits SSG. The 2-1 pitch. That's going to be into center field, and he is going to be on base with a leadoff single. Third time he's been on base today, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, let's hope they do it, Kiwi. Interesting. All right, An Ji-hong steps in and misses way up high. Go the 1-0 pitch to An Ji-hong. And he pops him up, but it will be out of play, 1-1. Just because he's not bunting. All right, it's a 1-1 pitch. Just catches the bottom of the zone. Worst manager in the league when voted on by the KBO managers because he won't bunt with a runner on first and nobody out. All right, the 1-2 pitch, way up high. 2-2. An Ji-hong also has a very long song. For 2 on the day, a 6-4 ground out in his last at bats. The 2-2 is a foul away. Well, last year I couldn't play because last year's was copyrighted. All right, let's try this again. The 2-2 pitch. Misses inside, runs the count full, 3-2. Third full count of the day for Kiwoom. Cheju-won had the first 2. An Ji-hong now, the old guys, the old boys club, working the counts today. And the 3-2 is lifted up, right fielder going back, and will make the catch. 1 away, should have bunted like Kiwi said. $83 pitches now. Here you go, Kiwi. Yeah. That misses way outside, 1-0. One-0 pitch, a swing and a miss. He's not able to get up to that high fastball. 1-2. Yeah. A 1-1 pitch. That's going to be rolled over, but will bounce into the camera well. Stays 1-2. 86 pitches now for Veneziano. I wonder what his normal pitch count is. I wonder what he averages because again, he only averages 4.1 innings per start. So getting up to 86 pitches, have to think that that is pretty high up there. Steps off the mound. That is lifted. That is going to be ranged over by the center fielder. Makes the catch. That's 2 away. Brings up a Cheju-won. Oh, Jejuan. 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 At Chejuan, 0 for 1 on the day. Walked in his first at bats, struck out in his seconds. That is up high, ball one. He has had full counts in both of his at bats. Working to get Veneziano out of this game. Obviously, I think this is his final inning also. 1-0 pitch. This is way outside at 2-0. Lefty's hitting 899 OPS against him, 797 from the righties, which is very interesting. Lefty's just hitting him hard as the 2-0. Nope, he says he went around. 2-1. 90 pitches now, 2-1 count to Chejuan, trying to work another full count. Yeah, way around. 2-1 pitch. That is going to be a lifted left fielder under it, though, and that's will be a 3 away as they get a leadoff single, but 0 for 3 after that. So they've left 5 on as we will go to the 6th inning. But first, we'll take a little break. All right, so we're back. Top of the sixth inning. We are into the bullpens. Already is leading things off for SSG. He's been on twice first so far today. He's fouled straight back. Kim Saw-Jun out on the mound now. Ready again, double and scored a run back in his first at-bat, a single in his second, but was left on the base pass because everybody else struck out. And the 0-1 in there for a strike on the outside. 0-2. Here's the 0-2. Right-hand batter, right-handed pitcher. They throw it in the other batter's box. Curveball, and he gets him swinging. Yeah, already swinging at a pitch up at his eyes, and that is one away. Doesn't go way outside on the pitch. Brings up a Kim Jae-won. 0 for 2 today with a couple strikeouts. That is a fouled away. Here's your 168 batter now. I gave him less credit. Said he was hitting 167. 0-1 pitch. That misses way outside. 1-1. I wonder how many strikeouts he has so far this year. 0-1 misses inside. A 2-1. Yeah, he's got to 20 hits and 37 strikeouts. 37 strikeouts. He does have an on-base percentage of 308, though. Or sorry, 329. As the 2-1 pitch fouls again. So 39 strikeouts, 28 hits and hit by pitches, and 20 walks. So he is more than, well, right now he's almost twice as many strikeouts as he has hits. Here we go, the 2-2 pitch. He's trying to make it an even double. Goes around, and he throws it, and it gets wild. The throw down to first in time, and that's will be a strikeout as Che Ju-won was able to make the catch as Kim Gun-hee they got way past him. He took off running because he got so way far away. Again, once again, they try to backhand that pitch instead of sliding his body over to get him into the dirts. What are they replaying? I don't know what they're video replaying here. He was out at first, and he went around. Oh, check swing. Ando Kwaka. Swing입니다. All right, the 2 away now. That brings up An Sang-hyun. He is another guy that's been on base both times he has been up today. That's going to be a ground ball. The shortstop picks it up, throws over, and that's will be.
Thank you for the recommendation,
1-2.
Kung Fu Carl.
Thank you, Kung Fu Carl, and welcome to tonight's game as we will go to the bottom of the sixth inning. It's tied at 2s after another 1-2-3 inning. We'll have in the SSG bullpen now, ladies and gentlemen. Again, things just continue to be all KBO. KBO here. Who is coming in? Who is coming in? Again, I expected this game to be way, way higher scoring than it has been. Way, way higher than it has been. Dun, dun. Dance now. Dance, 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 dance now. Dance, dance, dance. Everybody dance now. Dance, dance, dance. All right, we're back over the 5, 6, 7 hitters coming up for Kiwoom. Out on the mound is a nope. Veneziano is still out there. Surprising, 91 pitches. They're gonna leave him out there. He's gonna face the guy that crushed one against him earlier. He tried to do it again. Young Jong, solo shot in his last at bat. He's responsible for both of Kiwoom's runs, as the RBI single in the first inning and then a solo shot in his second at bat. That's misses inside, a 1-1. Interesting here is they're trying to get him through 6 innings.
너무 감사합니다.
Thank you, Vishu. So that misses. 2-1. Oh, welcome, welcome, welcome. And ugly looking a swing and a miss there. Why is the SOOP is just instant? A 2-2 pitch. That is lifted up. A right fielder going back at the wall, and jumps and lazily falls into the glove and the bat. On away on the fly ball to the wall. 96 net pitches for Veneziano. Not quite that opposite field power. All right, and he hits him. All right, runner on first base now after the hit by pitch. He's like, take that. You hit the walk-off home run against us last night. Now I'm going to hit you here. Kim Gunny. Yep, now they're going to come on out. We'll get a pitching change. Nope. Last time they had a quality start is been 3 weeks ago, and they're not going to get one today. Is we're going to have our first pitching change for SSG. That'll be it for him. As he is responsible for the runner on first. He can still take the loss, but I will say that this is probably the best outing I have seen from him. They had plenty of opportunities. They've left 5 runners on base so far. Only a 1-2-3 inning. But again, Kiwoom is not how you measure your starting rotation against. We'll see who comes in now. See if we can actually get him to update something with some decent amount of time. Those of you guys hanging out in YouTube, please make sure you like and subscribe, all of that fun stuff. If you are over on SOOP, there's 31 of you right now. Please make sure you hit the thumbs up button. That is called an upper recommendation. Also, next to my channel name is a little star. If you click that, that's how you follow me on SOOP. Both of those things are very, very important over on SOOP. So I know I do believe you need to make an account, but important because the more subscribers, the more loyal viewers I have, the more ups, the more recommendations, the more likes, the more likely the KBO is to actually do an official thing for those that do not speak Korean. See if we can get an actual update on who's coming in now. What do you say? There we go. All right, so here we go. Suwon's beating North Korea. All right, to Kim Min out on the mound. 22 games, 22 innings. He is 4 wins, 2 losses, 5 holds, 1 save, 4.91 ERA. He has struggled when coming in with runners on base in the games that I have seen him play. We'll see what happens here. Kim Gun-hee is going to lead things off. The first person to see him, and he pops up a ball 1 into the infield, and that's going to be one away. You got a guy that walks a lot of batters, so of course it's very important that you go up there hacking at the first pitch. Excellent, excellent, excellent coaching right there, ladies and gentlemen. Excellent coaching. Swing and a miss at ball 2. He's thrown 2 pitches. Both of them have been balls. But Kiwoom has swung at both of them. Yeah, and it's 0-1. Just hacking at everything up there. Go, the 0-1. Are they going to swing at another bad pitch? That's outside. Hey, they're like, hey, wait a minute. This guy hasn't thrown a strike yet, but we keep swinging at it, and he is throwing strikes. Won Hyuk Bin, 0 for 2 on the day. Flew out to right field in his last at bat, a 6-3 ground out in his first. Maybe he'll get some music in the next game. The 1-1 is a foul away. Hey, they finally swung at a pitch in the strike zone. 1-2. Good morning, Lee Chin. Welcome to the only game of the day.
Thank you for the recommendation, Lee_Chen 437.
Why do I have less views? At this point, you have to think SSG because SSG has a better bullpen. Why do I have less views? I guess because it's 2 teams that don't have a lot of fans, I guess. I don't know. I was expecting way more people since it's the only game. A swing and a miss, and that is going to be out number 3.
너무 감사합니다.
Thank you, Devin. The Devin, as we will go to the 7th inning. Tied at 2, everybody. Tied at 2. Leaving another runner on. 0 for 2 again. They left a 6 on. Devin abides. He does indeed abide. You got hope. Mary Kate, I mean, a tie is still a push, though, right? in a close game like this, I have to take SSG. It really seems like Kiwoom had their chances against Veneziano, but they just couldn't come through with it. All right, to top of the 7th inning, you're going to have the 7, 8, 9 hitters coming up for SSG. I imagine this is where we might just see some pinch hits. Na, 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 na. Na, 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 na. Kim Sung Jin out on the mound now. 18 games, 18 innings, 1 win, 1 loss, and 8 holds. All right, Lee Jung Baum will greet him. Top of the 7th inning, and that is outside. See, that's what you do. You got a guy, a reliever that came in, and you let him throw a pitch, and it was a ball. Crazy how that works in the KBO. Absolutely crazy. I know. Crazy. The 1-0 swing and a miss on that high fastball. Oh for 2 on the day. Popped up to the second baseman in his first at-bat. Struck out in his second. He has left a ton on as that misses inside. 2-1. 2-1 pitch. Lee Jung Baum looking to get his first hit of the day. That's rolled over. The first baseman will grab it. It's an underhand toss. Safe. They weren't sure who was covering and who was going to do anything. And that is going to be an infield single for Lee Jung Baum. As Che Juan ended up going to take it. Bad play by the pitcher, who stumbled off and then slowed down instead of going to take and to cover it. Lee Jung Baum was able to hustle and beat it out. They don't have any money. Jung Baum now. That'll be it for him. They'll get a pinch runner. They'll get a pinch runner, but the question is will they actually try to steal? That's Ote Gone. All right, Ote Gone takes over on the base pass. And yes, we're going to bunt here, ladies and gentlemen. A runner on first, nobody out, so we drop down the bunt. He is going to throw to first, and that is going to be 1 away. We knew we couldn't happen to go an all entire day without having a bunt. We knew it wasn't possible, ladies and gentlemen. We knew it wasn't possible. Devin, you seem to be sitting pretty right now, then. Seem to be sitting pretty. Runner on a second, so 1 out, so bringing up the number 9 hitter, Che Hyun-woo. That's a strike right down the middle, and it's 1-1. I mean, minus the fact that the SSG just lowered their chance of scoring by bunting with a runner on first and nobody out. Yeah, Lee-Chen, Kiwoom doesn't have any money. Kiwoom is the only team that is not owned by a company. 0-1 is inside out swing and fouled away. 0-2. It's rained. It's been raining all day here in Korea, so all the other games were canceled. That's why I knew it was going to rain. That's why I picked this game instead of trying to prep up a different game. It's supposed to be, I think it's still raining too. I guess I could open up the window. I know it is at least windy. Yep, it is still raining, and it may actually it games tomorrow could actually be canceled too. Just for the field being so wet. All right, here we go. The 0-2 pitch to Che Hyun-woo. Runner on a second is Ote Gong. I guess I'll get that change for you guys hanging out in the old YouTube chat. Yeah, and then the 0-2 pitch, he sticks the bat out. Second baseman makes the catch, spins around, and that is 2 away. Guess what? The runner's still over there on first base or second base. Imagine that. Oh, couldn't believe that happened, huh? Brings up the top of the lineup. He's got 1 hit today, a double and a run scored. Double and a run scored from Pak Sung Han. Trying to get on base again. Another double will score a run. Otegon has a pretty decent speed over there at second base. That's misses outside. Ball 1-0. Go 1-0 pitch. And that's in there for a strike on the outside. 1-1. All right, so the 1-1 pitch misses low. 2-1. And the 2-1 pitch pops him up, but it will get out of play, and it moves to 2-2. 2-2 count. Runner on second. 2 outs. 2-2 game. I think Pak Sung Han is actually number 2 also. I believe he's number 2. Deuces be deucing. That is outside. A ball 3 runs the count full. 3-2. First full count of the day for SSG, ladies and gentlemen. First full count of the day. And the 3-2 pitch misses low. Ball 4. And now you've got your runners on first and second. Brings up the number 2 hitter, Jung Joon Jae, who already has an RBI triple that tied the game at 2. Big time game here, ladies and gentlemen. Big time. Kim Sung Jin.
Thank you for the recommendation, Lintoff.
Thank you, Lintoff. Okay, Ote going over at the second. Pak Sung Han over at first. As Jung Joon Jae steps in, 1 for 3 on the day. Blew out to right in his first at bat, lined out to center in his second, and then it a triple to the wall in his third at bats. As that is in there for a strike, and it's 0-1. And that misses outside. 1-1. 16 pitches now from Kim Sung Jin. This is it, ladies and gentlemen. It's fouled away. Oh, he's not in the game anymore. He was taken out in the last inning. All right, to 5. Here we go. The 1-2 pitch misses outside at 2-2. Jung Joon Jae. Excellent chance here. Coming up with any sort of hits. Scores a run. 2-2 counts, 2 on, 2 outs, 2-2 game. Number 2 up to bats, and that is going to be a liner into a center field. Are they going to bring him home? They are. And the lazy throw scores a run. No, he had 5 strikeouts. Jung Joon Jae comes up with the RBI single once again. He tied the game, and now he takes the lead. What was he doing? What was the outfielder doing? Like, I don't get what he was doing. Like, why did he not come up throwing? Like, I thought they had a chance at him, but he comes up and he doesn't. He just holds it and double clutches and then finally decides to throw. All right, so we'll have a pitching change now. Again, as I said, in a close game, I have to take SSG just because Kiwoom's bullpen is not good. Double check. Make sure my numbers are correct. All right, so then the number 3 hitter, Che Ji-hoon, will come up to bats. Runners on first and second, still 2 outs. Mary Kate's breathing a bit of sigh of relief. Breathing a old sigh of relief. What was your parlay, been active? See who's coming in for Kiwoom. Jo Young Gun will come in. Jo Young Gun. He'll face Che Ji-hoon, and then Kiwoom in the bottom of the inning. We'll have the 9-1-2 coming up. It's a Jo Young Gun out on the mound. 6 games, 4 innings, 11.25 ERA, and a 1.4 OPS against. Runners on first and second. Che Ji-hoon steps in. Hoon 0 for 3 on the day. Flew out to right, struck out, and a ground ball to the first baseman, who just barely got there before him, as that one is lifted up. But it will get out of play, and it's 0-2. Oh, I don't know what Dota 2 is. Yeah, you can, Veneziano, you can thank the number 6 and 7 hitters in this lineup. In Kiwoom's lineup, they struck out 4 times. All right, the 0-2 pitch to JG Hoon is slaps foul, and it stays 0-2. Ah. Well, the only thing that is talked about lately about video games is obviously GTA 6. Who is going to reserve their pre-sale, their pre-copy, as the 0-2 is lifted up. A right fielder coming in, a right fielder calls him off and makes the catch. They leave a 2 on, but another RBI from Jungjun Jae puts SSG up 3-2 as we go to the bottom of the 7th. 3-2 SSG. Da, da, da. You can bet on anything anymore. Like, there's not one thing in the world you can't bet on. One of these days, my stream is going to be so popular, you're going to be able to bet on my stream. Like, what time my stream goes live. All right. 9-1-2 coming up. I thought they announced that it's you can do pre-orders on Monday. All right, the bottom of the inning. Moon Sung Won out on the mound. 1.11 ERA, 18 games, 24.1 innings, 2 wins, 3 holds. Again, former closer turned reliever after a poor performances on the mound. Pak Chu Hong will greet him. Calls time. There we go. First pitch is right down the middle, and it's 0-1. Pak Chu Hong 1 for 2 on the day. He singled in his first at bat, and then a 1-3 ground out in his second. This is outside, 1-1. Yeah, I thought they were supposed to drop a trailer or something. 1-1 is a foul away. 1-2. Mhm. Yeah, I thought the trailer was supposed to come out Monday as a swing and a misses. He was way late on that. And that flips the lineup back up to the top. 1 away. Again, another high fastball. And imagine that. That meant he could have been in the dugout before he swung. He was so late on that. Dogon Chong steps in now. He's been on base all 3 times. An air and a couple singles, and that's misses inside. Ball 1, 1-0. So, 1-0 pitch. Misses up. 2-0. And that's right down the middle, and that's a 2-1 now. Yeah, I've only played it a very, very little bit. I just never got into it, as that's in there for a strike, and it's now a 2-2. Yeah, I never really got into it. I never played online though. My buddies that I used to play Call of Duty with, they're huge into it. As the 2-2 fights it off, stays 2-2. Yeah. I haven't even, since I moved, I haven't even hooked up my Xbox. The 2-2 pitch into the dirt, so runs the count full, 3-2. Fourth full count of the day for Kiwoom. A walk, a strikeout, a flyout, and then now what is going to come up here? 3-2 pitch. That is turned on, lifted up. A right fielder, though, underneath it, and that will be 2 away. Just got a little under it as An Chi Hong now will step up. An Chi Hong 0 for 3 on the day, though. Chi Hong. That's in there for a strike at the top of the zone. 0-1. That is going to be an inside-out swing. That is going to just drop foul. And 0-2. The 0-2 is fouled to straight back, stays 0-2. We go once again, another 0-2 pitch into the dirt. So 1-2. 1-2 pitch. That's going to be a single up the middle, and they've got the tying run on base in the form of An Ji-hong once again. Are they going to pinch run here with him? Brings up Im Byung-uk. Choi Hyun-woo will be out now. Choi Hyun-woo? Nope. Kim Jung-min is now in right field. All right, Im Byung-uk will. Nope, we're gonna have a mound visit. Kim Jung-min into right field. All right, 16 pitches from Moon Sung-won. Runner on first on Ji-hong, not known for his speed. Not known for his speed, but Im Byung-uk steps in. 0 for 3 on the day. Strikeout, a fly out to right, and a fly out to center. 304 on the season, and part of Kiwi's musical collaboration. That's in there for a strike at the bottom of the zone, 0-1. Against the Moon Sung-won in his career, 357, and no home runs, though. 5 for 14. Here comes the 0-1. Oh, but time is called by. What is he? Why is he waving? They're playing indoors. They're playing in a dome. How are there bugs? It's not like it's a retractable roof. It's the smallest dome in the world. That is going to be rolled over. The second baseman will pick it up, throws to first, and that will be out number 3. As we will go to the 8th inning, SSG with a 3-2 lead. Leave another one. They left us 7 runners on. Yeah, it is a good one for Kiwoom. I don't know all of Kiwoom's. Kiwoom has the most songs of any of the teams. So I don't know if I can. Yeah. I don't think any of these, my cables are long enough. This one might be. So I have 2 of these boxes. So if you guys can see, so try to do it here. So this is batter 1, first base, second base, third base. This is batter 2, first base, second base, third base. Yeah. This is batter 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This clears them. But if I go here, that brings up all the team's music. So like this is SSG's music. So this is the first batter, the second batter, third batter, fourth batter, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th. Their 9th batter doesn't have music, so there's a blank there. But if I go to Kiwoom, this is all of Kiwoom's music. They have so many songs that I actually have to use a folder for their second ones. Lotte is the same. Lotte has an absolute ton of music. Hanwha actually has the least. That's all of Hanwha's music. Every player that they have music for is right there. They really don't have much at all. But that's how I play the music for you guys. So there's 2 of those boxes for you guys. All right. Let's see. We're going to have the 4, 5, 6 hitters coming up for both teams here in Super High Tech, Mary Kate's. Joe Young Gun is still out there, ready Yeah, and then those of you guys watching in YouTube, that is rolled over. So if you're watching in the YouTube, so he just fouled that. So I have here 2 strikes. And then here is the button for the home pitcher, the pitch count. So he's thrown 5 pitches now, I think. Oops, that's the wrong button. But yeah, so he's thrown 6 pitches. So there, and then right there, that's a ball into the dirt. So that's a ball 1. And add a pitch here and another pitch here. He does well. He used to be a big prospect. He was a big prospect in the Phillies organization. Yep, every single pitch, Sean. Everything you see in that on that entire screen is all done by me. As the 1-2 is lifted up, that is going to drop down, and that is going to one hop into the wall, and Heredia is going to be on base again with another double. So I'll hit Heredia's music, and then so if you watch now, this is for second base. So now you got a runner on seconds, and then I clear out his balls and strikes. I add a hit, and then here I go up, and then Heredia is the 4th batter. That's why that one's lit up. And then so now I change it to the 5th batter, and then over here on this other box, Heredia is up. He's the 4th batter, so I have him up now. Kim Jae-won is coming up, so I hit his music. So that is in there for a strike, and it's 0-1. So I do that with every single pitch, every single thing. Everything on YouTube is all done. Well, I also do my own score sheets here. That is foul. 0-2. So like here's the number 5 batter, Kim Jae-won, strikeout, strikeout, strikeout. Heredia, the number 4 batter, double, but he scored. Yeah. All right, the 0-2 count. So once again, Kim Jae-won lays off of that, and it's ball 1, 1-2. That's why you always see my eyes moving and my head moving, because I'm trying to monitor all of the things. All right, the 1-2 pitch now. That is going to be lifted into center field, but he's going to go over and get it. Heredia will tag up and head on over to third, and that will be a 1 out on this, well, not sacrifice fly, but 1 out on the flyouts. Heredia moves on over to third base. Kim Jae-won does his job. Yeah, every single thing. And the cool thing I can do is if you're watching, I can make it disappear. Like, yeah, disappear, reappear, disappear, reappear. All right, An Sang-hyun steps in, looks at the ball 1 way outside. So like also like, yeah, so if I get a strikeout, but if it's a looking strikeout, so I do all of those also, and then I can have a button made to erase them. A swing and a miss at a pitch in the dirt. 1-1 now. Yeah, I literally, Sean, I have everything. If you ever go on to SOOP and you see some of the Korean streamers, they just basically screen capture a game cast and they put it up there, and they're super popular, and I just don't know why. That is down low. 2-1. All right, you book it, ladies and gentlemen. Jungle says it. No, they don't speak English. 2-1. A swing and a miss at 2-2. Wrong one. They did bunt. Oh, not yeah. I guess this inning they didn't bunt, but they did. They did last inning, and that gave them the lead. Obviously, that was not the reason why they took the lead, but all right, the 2-2 pitch just sets up on the outside, and that's going to be lifted into right field. It's going to drop down, and he is going to come up with an RBI single, a second RBI for him. As already twice he's had doubles, twice he's come on to score. Yeah, I mean, it is a very, very niche, so niche that is a niche of one, or a niche of one. English is my first language. I just don't speak it very often anymore. All right, Ote Gona getting his first at bat of the day. On 0 pitch, checks over on the runner. 5-3. I really did believe that this was going to be a way higher scoring game than it is, though. A K and a flyout. That's looks and is in there for a stolen base. Second stolen base of the day for him. That is a 1-1 count now. Kim Gon-hee is getting ran all over, looking like Holland Saw back there. None of these young catchers are able to throw anybody out. What's he looking back for? Yeah, Sean, that's actually why I do it. As that's in there for a strike, and it's a 1-2. So, obviously, I had tickets to KBO. I was at games during COVID. So I was at games during COVID, but everybody loved the KBO. They liked watching the KBO. Was that Mrs. Lowe 2-2? They liked watching the KBO, but they hated how the ESPN broadcasters didn't know anything about the KBO. They didn't know anything about the league. They didn't talk about the league. They kept talking about MLB. And then, so I listened to that. And then everybody in 2021 was upset that ESPN and KBO did not redo their thing, as that's going to be a swing and a miss. 2 away now, as brings up the number 8 hitter. A lot of people talked about how they didn't like the ESPN broadcast because they didn't talk about the game at all. They didn't give any backgrounds. And yeah, and then so in 2021, everybody still wanted it. So in 2022 is when I started broadcasting and doing this, as that is Into the Dirts. E.G. Young, the best song on the team coming up now. So because of that, I started my broadcasting. This is the 5th year I've done it. That's going to be a ground ball right at the second baseman. And that will be a 3 away. But they get another run on a double, a fly out, and a single. We will go to the bottom of the 8th. It's 4-2. SSG. Yeah. Yeah, better throw gets them. A lot of these young guys are very focused on offense, not so much defense. I don't know if that's like, I don't know why it's like that, but it is nonetheless. Is do some calculating here. What's up, Joe Baseball? All right, coming up is going to be the 4, 5, 6 hitters. Thank you, thank you, thank you. My old tablet is a little slow today. 4, 5, 6 hitters are coming up. Same 4, 5, 6 hitters that came up before SSG in the top of the 8th inning. And we've got to the bottom of the 8th inning. Cool Lion. Coolio. No Kyung-un out there on the mound for SSG. The ageless wonder. 22 games, 22.1 innings, 1 win, 2 losses, 4 holds, and a 3.22 ERA. Led the league in appearances last year. Right, bottom here. We'll see. Kiwoom's got to get a run back here. Cheju-won will lead things off. Again, they've had plenty of opportunities. They've left 7 runners on base. The problem is they're 2 for 12 with runners on base. They get a runner on, but they can't do anything with it. It's a Cheju-won 0 for 2 on the day. That is in there for a strike, and it's 0-1. A walk in the first at bat, a strikeout, and then a fly out to left. Those of you guys hanging out, Joe Baseball says hit the thumbs up. That is called an upper recommendation. Extremely important. This is way up high, 1-1. If you're on YouTube, obviously hit the like button. If you're watching on SOOP and you'd like to follow me, you do have to have an account, but make sure you hit the little star next to my name. I stream 6 days a week. You guys get to pick which games I stream. I don't stream any specific team. The 4-2 game here, and that misses low, 2-1. No Kyung-un just recently hung out with a WBC team as an actual player. Despite his age, he was part of the WBC team. That is going to be lifted up, and but already underneath it, and that's 1 away. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I'm 100%. I'm a little upset about that. That they never asked me. They never once.
Thank you for the recommendation, Ronald 9.
Thank you, Ronald. I'm not gonna lie. I'm a little upset that they never once contacted me to be on their show. Yeah. Yeah, and again, I was at games. Like, I was at baseball games. That is a swing and a miss. I was at baseball games during COVID in the front row of the cheer section. Like, obviously, we weren't allowed to cheer or anything like that. But yeah, they never once contacted me. People I know tagged me in their posts and things like that. But yeah, they never once contacted me. I even tried to email ESPN to kind of be like, hey, as that is a turned on and that is a ripped right at the wall, but already get a good jump on it. And that will be a 2 away. Absolutely fantastic jump by Heredia. No problems at all for a legit outfielder. Yeah, I remember. Well, they had Daniel Kim, who obviously knows about the KBO. They had Dan Kurtz, who runs the My KBO page. I know they had them, and they had Kerry Meyer, as that is in there for a strike, and it's 0-1. Kim Ong-bin, 0 for 2 on the day, hit by a pitch in his last. Yeah. As the 0-1 is a slap foul. What I hated is it was every stadium had like different rules. Yeah, like every stadium had different rules. Like I was a Hanwha. I lived right by the Hanwha Stadium, so I would go to the game, and we weren't allowed to stand up. We weren't even allowed to stand up. As the 0-2 is through the left side, and he is going to be on base with a 2-out single. Can they get something going here? Oh, it's all right. Yeah, they yeah, Daniel Kim, he's actually the fact that the two chats are mixed together, the SOOP chat and the YouTube chat, is actually because of him. No, because they had Kerry Meyer, who is a white guy. As Kim Gun-hee steps in and looks at strike one. But yeah, they never contacted me, nothing. So I was a little upset about that. I'm not going to lie. As the 0-1 is right down the middle for a strike, and it's 0-2. But yeah, I tried. Thank you, Jason. I actually tried to contact ESPN before to kind of be like, hey, I know the teams, I know the leagues, I speak Korean, I've been to the stadiums, I've been to all the games, the players know me, I know the players. Do you need somebody like an official, like a guy that can come and talk to you, talk about the games and things like that? And oh, that's yeah, they what I ended up but ESPN, like when you try to email them, they're like, oh, sorry, we don't take any outside solicitation, we have to contact you. As the 1-2 is fouled away, it stays 1-2. So yeah, at that point I just gave up. I'm like, well, nope, never mind. If you don't want to Kiwoom, are you or Kung Fu, are you a Kiwoom fan? Just going with the K's? All right, here we go. The 1-2 pitch once again, Kim Gun-hee. He does have some power, ladies and gentlemen, but not going to have any there unless you brought your 9-iron, because that is in the dirt, and it's 2-2. Again, they have had a ton of opportunities. They've had base runners in every inning except for one. Could they be better at it, Steve? The 2-2 pitch is fouled straight back. Yeah, I would still like to be able to have an official thing, whether it's with KBS or whether it's SBS or SPO TV or NBC. Yeah, I would love to be able to have an official broadcast thing and an actual TV show too, like an English speaking TV show, as that is turned on and that is lifted. Already a going, tie game. There's those rally caps, Kung Fu Carl. I told you guys he had some power. And ladies and gentlemen, we've got a tie game. Not only a tie game, it's also time for a pack of KBO cards on the 2-run shot. maybe I can actually get this pack open. Oh my lord, like I'm literally taking my pencil, guys, and I can't even get through the packs. Like liveries. All right, steps in now is Guan Hyuk, or what is his name? Guan Hyuk Bin. Again, he doesn't have any music, so I can't really do anything. Mary Kate is a little upset now. All right. That is going to be another single over the jumping second base, a shortstop. And he is on base with a 2-out single once again. Brings up the number 9 hitter. That's a Pak Ju Hong. Ladies and gentlemen, All right, here we go. Iro Un. We already had this card. This is the second time we've pulled this card today. As NC Dinos, Bei Jae Wan, a reliever there, and then pitcher for Kiwoom, Pak Ju Sung. This was a crappy pack, ladies and gentlemen. That'll be it for him. We're going to have a pitching change. Mary Kate is upset at life. 2 days in a row, they've come back in the 8th inning. 2 days in a row. There's the runs I was looking for, ladies and gentlemen. There's the runs I was looking for. Hopefully, I don't get in trouble for yelling and screaming here. Hopefully, I don't get in trouble for yelling and screaming. I've never heard anybody banging on my walls, or I haven't heard any complaints from any of the other people. Again, I do live in an apartment. Most people in Korea live in apartments, so I am also one of those. Again, like I said, I wouldn't touch this game. The only thing I would have touched was the over. Again, I'm not a gambler. I don't gamble at all. There's Iro Un. He's the guy that we just pulled his card twice today. Iro Un will come on in. This is what happens when you keep throwing the same guys out there over and over. Here we go. So coming in now is going to be this guy right here, Iro Un. And I pulled him earlier today too. So you can either, I don't know, which one's going to come in, guys? Is it going to be this Iro Un or is it going to be this Iro Un? Now, the real questions, ladies and gentlemen, which one will it be? Poopy cards today, ladies and gentlemen. And Gunny putting his catcher's gear back on. 110 off the bat, 110 meters, 154 off the bats. Just got, it was about 6-7 rows deep. But runner on first base. Like I said, these young catchers are all offense. Defense? All right, so Pak Ju Hong as they throw over to first base. Iro Un, 22 games, 21 points, 1 innings, 4 wins, 4 holds, a 4.15 ERA. That's in there for a strike, and it's 0-1. So I have a question. If you bet the over or the under, either one, and it's a tie game, does it count? Oh, the 0-1, nope. Checks over on the runner again. It does count? Okay. But obviously the win or loss doesn't count. That's a swing and a miss, and it's 0-2. Yeah, so as long as the game ends... So as long as the game ends, it's over. But if you're picking straight up, I think is what you guys call it, then it's a push, right? All right, the 0-2 is lifted up. A left fielder will go back a couple steps under it and makes the catch. But they finally come up with another hit with a runner on base, and it's a big one. The 2-run shot ties it up, and we'll go to the 9th inning. 4-4. Right. So that's what I was wondering is if it ends. Okay, that's what I was wondering because I didn't know. Right, I didn't know if they counted it because in most like MLB, there's no such thing as a tie. So I didn't know if because also in the KBO when they do records like with your win loss record and the winning percentage, I should say, they act like a tie game is not even a game. So if you play 40, so say you are 20, and or say you're I don't know 25, 15 and 2. So you've played 42 games, but when they calculate your winning percentage, they just base it off of 40. Yeah, but you forget how bad their offenses are too, Sean. You forget how bad their offenses are. I think I got to check my numbers here. So we're going to have the 9-1-2 coming up for SSG. Double check my numbers here. All right, Yuto, the closer, out on the mound. Interesting. Bringing in your closer to face the 9-1-2. He is also my on my fantasy team. All right, here we go. Kim Jong-min looks at strike one on the outside, and it's 0-1. Kim Jong-min also doesn't have music, so neither one of the number 9 hitters for SSG has music. There is one guy that has music, but he's changed his name, so I don't know what it is anymore. That misses way outside, 1-1. So Kim Jong-min getting his first at bat of the day. 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. So 1-2. No, you got to say the first batter with a runner on base bunts. Right, it's a 1-2 pitch. Fouls it away. Stays 1-2. He'll get some more spray stuff. All right, the 1-2 pitch. Sets up at the bottom, and that's going to be a single up the middle, and he's going to be the tying run, or the go-ahead run is on base. Here is the situation, not to be confused with my parents went away on a week's vacation, but you've got a runner on first, nobody out. KBO teams absolutely 100% love to bunt in this situation. despite the fact that it lowers your chance to score any runs. But you've also got one of the best hitters in the league up right now in Pak Sung Han. Do you bunt? It looks like he's going to bunt. No, that's just right down the middle. Another thing is you've got a guy that does not throw runners out very well. Pak Sung Han. Yeah, doubling his third at bat, a walk in his second, 1 for 3 on the day. No bunt motion at all. That is going to be ripped over the second baseman's jumping glove, and that is going to be runners on first and second. Now you've got runners on first and second, and you've got the guy that has 2 RBIs in his last 2 hits. In his last 2 at-bats, he's had an RBI on both of them. A RBI triple that tied the game, and an RBI single that took the lead. And are you going to ask him to bunt here? All right, runner on first and second, nobody out. It does bring you up. The bunt over. Chance of scoring a run improves. Yeah, well, Kiwoom is going to have the top of their lineup coming up. Kiwoom just doesn't have as good as bullpen. They don't have as good as offense. So, I mean, it doesn't help that 4 of their starters or 4 of their normal guys are all playing in the MLB right now. All right, to Jung Jung Jae, they're gonna ask him to bunt, guaranteed. Despite the fact that he's 2 for 4 today, they're gonna ask him to bunt here. Playing for 1 run when you could put the game away here. Yeah. And he bunts it into himself. Yeah, so if they bunt so the problem here is if they bunt here, you walk Che Ji-hoon, bring up Heredia, who's hits it really, really well. Heredia, who's a guy that can does strike out quite a bit, and then behind him is Kim Jae-won, who has struck out 3 times already today. So again, bunting here you are at least bringing up Heredia, basically, as you are bypassing Che Ji-hoon. As here we go, the 0-1 pitch. That is going to be, drops it down. He'll go to first. And that will be a sacrifice bunt. A 3-4 putouts moves the runners up. Now you've got the go-ahead run 90 feet away with 1 out, and Che Ji-hoon coming up. What's up, Arpo? Right, to Che Ji-hoon now steps in. They're not gonna intentionally walk him. So he pops that one up. What is that situation, Arpo? Che Ji-hoon 0 for 4 on the day, though. The 0-1 is lifted up. If it's foul, it is foul. Oh, that's an awful decision to catch that. Out. Did he tag him? That was an awful decision by the right fielder to catch that. He caught it standing flat-footed, and the throw was awful. Absolute awful decision by Im Byung-wook. You can't make that catch. If you're going to make that catch, you've got to be going in. That's awful, awful fundamentals. Again, I don't know how many times I talk about bad fundamentals. Cheju-won should have cut that also, because it was definitely offline. As Heredia steps in now. What bad. Yeah, you can catch it, but not like that. If you're running up against the wall, you got to let that drop. Awful, awful. So many bad decisions on that play. Heredia fouls that one. And you've got a runner over to third base now in Park Sung-han. So another run, another hits scores a run. Just bad, bad fundamentals. Bad fundamentals. Oh my Lord, were those bad. Oh, they do that so often, Sean. No, that was the first baseman. Way up high. The first baseman. No, Mary Kate has picked SSG today, so that is way more important to her that Im Byung-wook did not catch that correctly. 1-2 pitch to Heredia. Swing and a miss. That's his out number 3, but they take the lead back on a sacrifice fly in foul territory that should have been an out. We will go to the bottom of the 9th inning. Kiwoom's got the top of their lineup coming up. Can they pull it off? Man, I can't believe that. Like, you don't hate the bunt there, but again, you got a guy that's, you don't hate the bunt because it worked to score a run. But if Kiwoom
Thank you for the recommendation, Trey Bryce 409.
Thank you, Trey Bryce, and welcome back. It's been a while. Yeah, I don't hate the bunts, but I don't like the bunts either. I'm kind of indifferent about the bunt. Just because you had the number 2 hitter up who already hit a tying 3-run or a RBI triple to tie the game. He already hit an RBI single to take the lead. You've got runners on first and second. He's left-handed. He's pretty fast, so you don't really have to worry about him hitting into a double play. But yeah, I just yeah, I'm not a real big fan of that whole thing. Right. Again, it wasn't terrible. Still not the greatest decision, but it wasn't terrible. Well, the thing is K-Dog, it wasn't that deep. He would have, if he would have not been catching it flat-footed, like if you're catching it way deep, you got to let it drop. But he wasn't that deep, and he should have been coming in. There's like no reason why you don't catch that coming in. Jo Byung-hyun out on the mound now as Kiwoom will, again, they'll have their 1, 2, 3 hitters, this Sogon Chan. That's in there for a strike. One of the best closers in the league. You're right here, ladies and gentlemen. And this is up and in. It was so bad. Yeah, I should say I can't believe that if it was a professional sports you're watching, but unfortunately, the KBO is that is right down the middle for strike 2. Yeah, that he's back for his final years. The first baseman should have also cut that, knowing how far up the line it was. It was not on line. The 1-2. Did he hit him? Nope. If Im Young-wook hits a walk-off home run, you can forgive him, but Mary Kate's cannot. Did he hit him? No. All right, for the 2-2 pitch. That one definitely hit him. Right in the middle of the back, and that puts the tying run on first base. It's a stale flavor, though, Sean. All right, runner. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Runner on first. Are they gonna bunt? Runner on first, An Chi-hong up. They had a runner on first with nobody out earlier, and they didn't bunt. Are they gonna bunt to lower their chance of scoring a run here? It would be fitting. Managers out there to talk to him, not the pitching coach. The number 2 hitter, An Chi-hong, is coming up. He's 1 for 4 on the day. I mean, he's been around forever. They didn't bunt earlier.
너무 감사합니다.
Thank you. Imagine something. I can't read the other parts. Is An Chi-hong. That's right down the middle. And it's 0-1. Yeah, now the 0-1 is a lifted foul. 0-2. Nope, no bunts, Jungle. Is who 6 foot tall, 7 foot tall? Rick Fitty, what are you talking about here? All right, so runner on first, Sogon Chong. Up to bat, An Chi-hong. The 0-2 is a foul away again. Stays 0-2. 8 pitches now for Jo Byung-hyun. How many did he pitch yesterday? Check real quick. See how many he threw yesterday. Yesterday, he took the loss, threw 7 pitches, and gave up the walk-off homer. The picture that popped up with me in the middle, you looked really tall. What do you... I don't know what you're talking about. Is the 0-2 is going to be a ground ball. The second baseman quickly gets rid of it to the shortstop, but not in time at first. And that will be a 4-6 put out. A great play by the second baseman to get the lead runner. Switches spots is An Chi-hong now over on first base. Brings up the number 3 hitter. Im Young-wook steps in now with a chance to walk it off after his bad play in right field. All right, here we go. Im Young-wook made the play in right field with a bad throw. I'm not 7 foot. I'm 6 foot. Nah, that's all. Probably just some good camera angles. All right. No one misses outside. 1-1. Is it Kiwoom Hero or Kiwoom Heroes? Kim Byung-uk. All right, 1-1 pitch. He hits him. Runners now on first and second. Brings up the number 4 hitter. I don't know a lot. I know kind of the beats and the way things go a little bit, but I don't know all of the older songs. It's a bold strategy, Cotton. We'll see how it plays out. All right, to Cheju-won steps in now. Runner on first and second. That's in there for a strike, and it's 0-1. Not over yet, imagine. This guy gave up a walk-off home run yesterday. Another walk-off home run here puts Kiwoom up by 2. All right, the 0-1 pitch misses up high. 1-1. He's a guy that doesn't strike out too much. He's 0 for 3 today with the strikeouts. Couple flyouts to left. He has surprising power, though, Sean. Misses up high. 2-1. SSG fans looking on, praying, even though they're not religious. Here we go, the 2-1 pitch. That's going to be a ground ball up the middle, and that is going to get through. Sogong-chan is going to, An Chi-hong is going to come around, and he's going to score to tie the game. And Cheju-won comes up with the RBI. And An Chi-hong comes on to score, and it's 5-5. Cheju-won. No bunting, ladies and gentlemen. No bunting. Mary Kate. Right, ladies and gentlemen, this is baseball. This is the KBO. I need everybody right now. If you are in SOOP, there's 45 of you watching in SOOP right now. Every single one of you need to hit the thumbs up button. Every single one of you need to hit the thumbs up button. Also, make sure you have hit the little star to follow me. Everybody, there's 22 of you watching on YouTube right now. Please make sure that you also hit the thumbs up and make sure that you're subscribed. I stream 6 days a week as Hee-hyung Jong looks at ball one up high, 1-0. That is crushed. Nope, that is not crushed. That is looked like it was crushed. He hit a shot earlier today, but that is just going to be a liner to the left again. Second straight inning, he's lined out to left. That brings up the number 6 hitter. Sorry for getting excited there, ladies and gentlemen. As the Kim Eun-bin steps in, this is the at-bat that everybody wants to watch. as we're going to have a pinch runner here.
Thank you for the recommendation, J.O. Baseball.
Thank you, J.O. This guy right here hit the walk-off home run yesterday against this same pitcher. Oh, yesterday a walk-off home run against Jo Byung-hyun. Today, the first pitch he sees is fouled away, and it's 0-1. There it is, the replay of yesterday. Walk-off home run yesterday. He's got a chance to do it again today. One for 3 on the day, a couple strikeouts, fouled straight back. It's so hard because I'm obviously doing it with my just hearing the sound. They're going to blow it 2 days in a row against the same guy with the same pitcher? That is the ultimate question. Especially when they're bat flipping line drives. All right, here we go. The 0-2 pitch. That's going to be a ground ball through the left side. They pinch ran. Heredia has a good arm to throw home. Safe. They pinch ran and he came on home as Kiwoom walks it off for the second straight night. That's weird, Jungle, because it comes off right on mine. Like, watch, I'll hit it, I'll type. Test, boom, already right there, instantly through. They're video replaying this over at home. Heredia has a good arm. It was a pretty good throw. Great slide. And he is in there safely. The 0-2 is Kiwoom Bean once again walks off. SSG, ladies and gentlemen. Heel. 2 straight walk-offs from Kiwoom Bean against Jo Byung-hyun. An absolutely fantastic game. What a game. This is why you shouldn't bunt. That's right, Arpo. This is why you shouldn't bunt. Increase your chance of scoring more than 1 run is a Pak. See, Pak Soo-jong is the one that came home and scored. What a game, ladies and gentlemen. That was a fantastic game. I'm sorry, that was a fantastic game. Before we continue, guys, again, make sure you hit the thumbs up button on YouTube. Obviously, like on SOOP. That's called an upper recommendation. It's extremely important. They actually calculate it and put you in rankings based on it. It's also more likely to put you out onto the main side. If you're watching on SOOP, make sure you hit the little star button next to my channel name. That is how you follow me. That's how you know, and it's easier to find my streams. I stream 6 days a week, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. On top of that, so we're also starting next month. We are starting a KBO tour where me and 2 of my buddies, 2 other foreigners, we will be heading everywhere in Korea, checking out every single stadium, showing you guys what it's like in the KBO, and when you go to games in the KBO, we'll be showing you guys that. So make sure you're subscribed over on YouTube so that you can watch those games. So honestly, the first thing, I thought this game was going to be a big high-scoring game just to start, but honestly, both pitchers pitched well. Ha Young-min, 83 pitches through 5 innings, just gave up the 2 runs. Veneziano, the best outing I've seen from him, he went to 5 1/3 innings, gave up 2 runs, only 1 of them earned. Did start off the game with an error on the first baseman. But the bullpens really didn't pitch poorly. Again, they really didn't pitch poorly. SSG's bullpen just got let down at the end. Again, these are guys that pitched yesterday. These are guys that pitch 4 days a week, or sometimes maybe even 5 days a week. These guys just pitch constantly, 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 and it got to them. It really just finally got to them. As a recap, real quick, the bottom of the first inning, Kiwoom gets on base with a leadoff error on the first baseman, and then a walk, and then came around to score on the Lee Hyung Jong RBI single. Then in the top of the second, you had a leadoff double by Heredia, came around to score on the An Sung Hyun RBI single. Then in the bottom of the third inning, you had a solo shot from Lee Hyung Jong that put them up 2-1. Then in the fifth inning, you had a 2-out double by Pak Sung Han, and then a RBI triple from Jung Joon Jae that scored the run that made it 2-2. Then you go to the top of the seventh inning, a leadoff single and a sacrifice bunt moves them over. Then a pop up puts 2 outs, still runner over on second to Pak Sung Han. Walks, puts runners on first and second, brings up Jung Joon Jae. Jung Joon Jae comes up with another RBI single. So Jung Joon Jae in his last 2 bats, an RBI triple to tie the game, an RBI single to take the lead. Then in the eighth inning, top of the eighth inning, you had a leadoff double by Heredia again. Once again, An Sung Hyun comes up with the RBI single. This puts him up 4-2. Then in, make sure that's right, then 4-2. Then in the bottom of the eighth inning for Kiwoom, you have a 1-out or 2 outs, a single from Kim Eun-bin, and then a 2-run shot from Kim Gun-hee to actually tie the game at 4. Then in the ninth inning, you had a leadoff single and then a second single, runners on first and second. And what do? You bunt. Again, this is what I talked about is I didn't hate the bunt, but I didn't like the bunt. And this is why I didn't like the bunts, because the numbers say don't bunt unless you are the home team. Never bunt unless you're the home team. The reason why you never bunt unless you're the home team is because you're playing for 1 run as the away team when the home team still has to come up. And it came back to burn them. Again, you had Jung Joon Jae, who had in his last 2 at-bats hit RBI triple to tie the game, an RBI single to take the lead, and you ask him to bunt. He successfully bunts. Then Choi Ji-hoon ends up getting the sacrifice fly that should have been an out, and he should have been thrown out at home, but a bad decision by the right fielder allowed the run to score. Then a strikeout from Heredia, so they've got a 1-run lead. Then you go into the bottom of the ninth, a hit by pitch puts a runner on base. Most teams, what do right there? They bunt. They didn't bunt. They hit into a 4-6 putouts, so you still have a runner on first. Could have been a double play. Could have been bad. But again, they're not playing to tie the game at this point. Again, bunting with a runner on first, nobody out, lowers your chance of scoring any runs at all. They didn't. They must have figured this out by now, I guess. I don't know. But then you got a hit by pitch. You got a runners on first and seconds with, again, nobody or 1 out. At this point, you pinch run for An Ji-hong, who's not as fast. They didn't pinch run for him when he was on first base because if they tie the game, they need his offense. At this point, now you have a runner on first and second. You have the go-ahead run on first base. You have him on base. You pinch hits for the runner on second. A single from Choi Ju-won ends up scoring the run that ties the game at 5. Because of that, then you end up pinch running, putting your fastest guy over there on second base, runner on first and second. He comes home on the Kim Eun-bin RBI single, another walk-off single. Yeah, so it's never good to hit batters. It's obviously not good to hit 2 batters. It's obviously not good to hit a batter to put a runner in scoring position when you're only up by 1 run. It's obviously lots and lots of bad things there, but Kiwoom just had a lot of fight in them, honestly. The bullpens, despite the fact that the bullpens ended up giving up 7 runs total, I don't think the bullpens pitched too terribly bad. They obviously had runners on base and they were able to get out of them. But overall, I think it was an absolutely a fantastic game. And I'm going to say why I think this is a fantastic game. Obviously, everybody picked Kiwoom to finish last in the league, and everybody knows that they're probably going to finish last. But I actually picked SSG to finish 7th. I don't think they're that good of a team. And they didn't look that good of a team today. I don't know why Che Jung wasn't in the lineup, but they had opportunities to use him as a pinch hitter. But Mary Kate is on tilt, ladies and gentlemen. Mary Kate is on tilt. She'll be back tomorrow, though, ladies and gentlemen. I'll be back tomorrow. I don't even remember what game I'm supposed to be streaming tomorrow. What game? Does anybody know what game I'm streaming tomorrow? Does anybody have any idea? I think it's the Kiwoom game. What game am I streaming tomorrow? Somebody tell me. LG and Kia tomorrow. So tomorrow, LG versus Kia, 6:30 again. Thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you guys for staying all the way up until way past your guys' bedtime. I know most of you guys are watching from outside of Korea. So thank you guys. I will be back tomorrow. LG versus Kia. If the LG and Kia game is rained out, if it's canceled, because it is still raining here in Korea, it's going to be raining all the way through the beginning of tomorrow. If that is canceled, I will do again. I'll do the SSG versus Kiwoom game, game 3. We'll see if we can get as good of a game as we had today. So thank you guys for tuning in. I'll be back tomorrow. And as always, until next time.